This is my Roald Dahl rose, which is just magnificent. It's a peachy orange colour, but it's different hues depending where it is. Now during the year this has been out here, and I cut it back a little bit in the winter time simply in case we get any wind rock. But because we have a building behind us here, we're generally protected from the worst of the elements. However, this time of year I start to cut it back, and you can see on this side I've already cut it back a fair bit. Not all the way, it's not ready for its spring prune just yet, but part of the reason we cut it back in stages is simply because I need to actually layer my compost heap. I can't cut everything back at once. The compost heap simply couldn't cope. So we do it in stages, and I'll come back to it in another month's time and it will get its proper prune ready for the summer. This year I've left a lot of my dahlias in the ground. In London generally we're able to get away with that, but just as a precaution, you can see here for example I've covered it in a large mound of compost to insulate it against the cold. And I've got, well, there's 5 here in this vicinity, and there are quite a few more further down. We tend to start these off in pots, but they've not done quite so well, so I prefer to leave these in the ground. They get big naturally and they come earlier. But in London I think for the most part you can get away with leaving dahlias in the ground now. I've been a bit lazy this year. I put in some spring cabbages as a bit of an experiment, and it's all I've done to keep the pigeons off them is drape them with nets for now. I have got some proper blue and yellow rubberized holders to put the nets on, but this was as much an experiment, and to be honest it seems to have worked. You know, if you're not in a position to spend lots of money on gadgets and netting and that, a simple bit of netting will do the job, and it seems to have worked. So that was a good experiment. What's not worked so well this year though, unfortunately, is it's not really been a great year for leeks. A bit of an issue with forget-me-nots as well, but the leeks not been as good as they have been in the previous years, and I think I'm going to move the leeks to a completely different area next year. These pots don't look a great deal at the moment, but these are actually geraniums. Mainly Roseanne and Johnson Blue. I'm a bit of a geranium boy, I have to say. I can't get enough. They are such a versatile plant, and to be honest, all these cuttings have come from one plant I put in last year, which itself was part of a bigger plant. They are a plant very worth growing in your ground for ground cover. They're very drought tolerant. Some of them flower the whole summer. Pinks, blues, you can get the odd red, and you get some nice purple ones now. But these are going to be the mainstay of me plugging holes in the border behind, which is very hot and very sunny in the summer. This is completely south facing as I'm looking now, so this gets very hot. But these are plants I'm going to use to plug a lot of holes, and some will go on the charity stand in the spring, but they're such a versatile plant. This is my bus shelter, for want of a better term. A bit messy today, we've got everything else built last year. On the top we have a slightly sloping roof which funnels all the rain into a pipe at the back and down into the corner here into this main tank, which we rescued from one of the other allotments. And this tank here holds 1,000 litres of water. What I then did was to get a second tank, a smaller one, 600 litres, and you can see at the back there's a pipe connecting too. So when full, which as you can see it actually is already from the winter rains, I have 1,600 litres of water, plus I've got 200 litre canisters around the allotment. The reason for doing this is to actually fill my watering cans I have to walk about 100 metres to the water tanks, dunk them, bring them all the way back, and in the summer that's about 3 hours walking, and they're heavy, and as I get older that becomes less and less fun. The other advantage of course is this is rainwater, so what I'm going to be able to do is attach a hose in the summertime and water the nearby borders a lot more easily, and this is trying to design the allotment to be age-proof, for want of a better term. Because we're in East London, of the 7 years I've had the allotment, 5 have been drought, so it is really important to have water to hand.